SigmaPro is a custom manufacturer. We make plastic parts and assemblies for our customers. We do live by sayings, and sometimes people make up their own sayings. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I do know I'm doing a really good job at it. About 20 years ago, SigmaPro started. Because I was a Christian, and now I had a business, I really wanted, with all my heart, for every employee and their families and customers and suppliers to be touched by the love of God. And I did not understand how I was going to connect this sense that God was calling me to a greater purpose. And here I am working as an engineer, running a manufacturing business. So there was a lot of ambition, there was a lot of strife, a lot of drama. There were a lot of people that hurt other people. It was a mess. I love to grow grapes, I love to do gardening. Plants don't talk back, they get along with everybody. I hate conflict. Because my life was compartmentalized. Here's my work and here's my spiritual life. Their lives were the same way.
David didn't put me in a position of leadership at all. He just kind of set me loose. His hope was that we would work together, and some of us did that better than others. So Cole has a thing about cleanliness and neatness and order. I don't know. It's weird.
It's not a thing.
But
it's most people.
No.
Yeah.
And I get on the internet and buy a bunch of health and safety signs. So I put them up everywhere without telling him or asking, and you got livid about it.
There's plenty of times I should have been fired for, emotional outbursts. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Maybe I said a couple things I shouldn't have said.
Maybe I did a couple of things I shouldn't have done. I was justifying the title and the fake authority that I was taking. So it was a really good environment for me to implode.
It was very difficult for us to see ourselves as one company, working together. I had no idea how to be the spiritual leader that God called me to be. And I knew that it was going to be a miracle from God to be able to get there. God gave me one little thing to do. I began to practice relational leadership. It was very difficult for me. It was very awkward. I'm an engineer. I really don't like people, and I don't like interfacing with people. That's never been part of my job. When I embraced a spiritual calling, I began to do one-on-ones with all the people that worked for me. And when I started doing it, my staff, they said, he's crazy or this is real. And then the managers began to do one-on-ones with the people that worked for them. And then the whole thing began to snowball.
About a year ago, I was experiencing kind of a spiritual crisis of sorts, although I didn't know at the time that it was spiritual. Constant stomach pain. It was to the point that it was affecting my daily life, and I was just fearful.
We've been working on his Jeep for like 6, 7, 8 weekends, all weekend, till 3 a.m, just jamming out to music in my garage, working on his Jeep, so that something happens. And not just John's heart, but my heart.
I found God. Not a week after praying with John in his office and accepting Jesus as my Savior, I went and saw the doctor, and they didn't find anything. There was nothing wrong, and the pain went away. Buying plastic, buying parts, looking at springs, looking at plastic parts under a microscope, that's not exactly thrilling work, but I think that if you'd asked anyone at SigmaPro, what do you like about working here? It's the people.
I love her. I feel like God's given us a special relationship. She was going through a really hard time, and little by little, I think she just started to open up about that. Her husband, that things were really, bad, and she didn't know that they were going to be together.
And at that moment, I was like devastated completely every day. One day I was like, you know what? I know what I'm missing. She talks about him all the time. So I want what she has. I accepted Christ, and then she kind of led me through everything. She led me through how to read the Bible. It's literally like I was meant to work here.
I began to lead my managers and ask them to lead others, and ask everybody to be led here at SigmaPro in a way that is they can experience God's love and to know the care that comes from being in a kingdom organization.
We were less focused on ourselves and less focused on building empires and more focused on serving others, and that really brought a sweetness, and ironically not lose any of the fast, not lose any of the efficiency, not lose any of the talents of our people, but maybe just enhance them.
Now, I feel like there's no higher calling than for me as a CEO to lay down my life and shepherd the people that work here at SigmaPro.
It's like a guy with like a patch over his eye, and he's saying, ouch.
What about the one with the missing fingers? That's a good one. Like,
So
don't,
that's
like
what
you
the
want all
sign
your
consists
fingers.
of. It's like a hand with a
Be
missing
safe.
finger that says ouch.
That gets the point across.
Yeah.